It's day 170 of our inventory transformation. As soon as I log in, I teleport to the center of town so I can set up my trading stand and my cotton candy stand, although I think I forgot my cotton candy stand today, but usually I set it up. But I think because my pet had tasks on it, I wanted to head to finish those tasks, and then I'll come back and I'll probably, or hopefully I'll remember to set up my cotton candy stand. I head to the school and I have my Fennec Fox out. I think this is the 4th Fennec Fox that I need to age up before we can make a neon to be able to trade. If you remember, I just put this neon urchin in my trading stand, and almost as soon as we got into the school, we got this trade. I have no idea why, but this neon urchin has actually been really hard to trade. This person offered us a chocolate Labrador to start with, and then they took it out and then they put it back in, and I just told them no thank you. And as soon as I told them no thank you, they put in this poodle, and then they started to add more, but I just really wasn't interested in taking those pets for this already made neon. Then I had this person trade me, and they asked me if I had any good normal legendaries for a neon legendary. They added in this neon ride diamond dragon, which I think is pretty cool, and I mean, it's not my favorite pet, but I like it. So then I kind of just said, what are you looking for, hoping they would check out my profile, and then I went to look at my inventory to see what legendaries I could add. Then when I went back to chat, they said good legendaries, they said no potion. So again, I went to check out my legendaries and see what I had that had no potions. I added in this diamond albatross, which is actually worth quite a bit. And then I added in this golden unicorn, which I wouldn't necessarily consider a good legendary. I consider it probably a mid legendary. And I hadn't put in this neon ride diamond dragon into the values website, so I really didn't know how much it was worth. But I do know when I made my neon dodo that it took the value up a lot. This diamond albatross is worth around a 3, and then this golden unicorn is probably a 0.75, maybe a 1, I'm not really sure. And I have no idea about this Saru, but I was trying to find legendaries that I had that were no potion that I actually wanted to trade. And it would have been much easier if this person just would have gone out to my profile and picked pets that they wanted me to offer for it. But I've really noticed lately that other people are kind of lazy, and it just doesn't really seem like they do much of the work. They just kind of let you do all the work and offer for their pets. I mean, with this trade, I didn't find this person and ask him if I could offer for this, but yet I'm the one doing all the work. I was kind of at a loss, so I was I'm put in this villain gibbon, and then I went out to check out their profile just to see if I could figure out what kind of pets they actually like. And then pretty much every section said only trading for overpay, seriously? And then when I went back to chat, they actually said, can you add the bush elephant and then take away the last 2? So that would leave this diamond albatross, and then the bush elephant's worth a lot too, guys. And yeah, I would be overpaying for their neon legendary, and I really didn't want to do that. But I tried to be kind and I said sorry, but then I would be over, and then they said it would just be a small lose for you. But the thing is, I don't even really need this neon diamond dragon. It's not something that I really care to have in my inventory. I mean, of course, if we could get it for a good deal, I would do it, but no thanks. Okay, I just checked values, and actually this diamond albatross went up to a 4. I can't really understand that because I feel it's been so hard to trade for me, but I'm not the one running these trading value websites, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have the diamond albatross out of 4, guys. So then they asked me if I could change the unicorn and the gibbon. So then I said I don't really have any no potion legendaries that are going to add up to the value. I mean, I guess I did have that golden rat. I don't know why I didn't put it in there, but I can tell you there's a lot of pets that I have in my inventory that I just really don't want to trade, especially for something that I really don't necessarily care about all that much. And now looking back on this trade, I kind of think that this person probably is having a difficult time trading this diamond dragon for a really good offer to get up to the value, but that's just a guess. So then they said what about any neons? At this point, we're under by a little less than 2, so not quite 2 points or whatever in shark values. I did start adding in some low tier neons just to see if I could make up the value. And then they asked me if I could change the urchin to the warthog, and I really love that warthog. But then I was just kind of sorry, no thank you. And I think it was just because I wasn't in love with this neon diamond dragon. And I think maybe I should do a series where I only trade for pets I don't want so that I can easily trade them away. It seemed when I first logged into the server that it wasn't very busy, but now it seems there's quite a few people on it, so I definitely think I'm going to stay for a while. I finished aging up that that fourth Fennec Fox, and so now I'm ready to make a neon. Remember, one of my Fennec Foxes is actually a ride, so we're going to have a ride neon Fennec Fox to trade, so I'm kind of excited about that. And here it is, and I really think that the Fennec Foxes are so cute. And here's an updated look at my inventory. If you watched my last video, then no surprises because I showed you my inventory at the last or at the very end of that episode or the last episode. If you remember, we actually got a cow last episode and we got all the pup tunes we need to be able to make a mega. I got this trade and this person offered me this neon mouse for this neon urchin. The neon mouses are really hard to trade, so are the neon urchins apparently, but I just would rather have the urchin. Then I had this person trade me and they put in this fly ride black moon beer, and then they said for capybara, and I'm like, yeah, no thank you. And then they went out and looked at my profile and they said, what about for your ride potion? And guys, I know this seems like really crazy, but for some reason the ride potions don't equal like a ride pet. And this black moon beer has like a really low value, like 0.06 or something like that. And the fly ride only takes it up to like a 0.56. And a ride potion is actually like a 1 or a 1.1 or somewhere around there. So this black moon beer is only about half the value of a ride potion. Then I had this person offer me this lunar gold tiger for my neon urchin, and I just didn't want that lunar gold tiger because they are very hard to trade. Then I had this person trade me to offer for this neon urchin. They put in this ride red squirrel, and I think those are really cute, and this neon urchin has been really hard to trade, so I'm like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do this trade. But as soon as I accepted the trade, this person actually declined. Then I changed out the pet in my trading stand to this golden unicorn. This person offered me this Grinmore. I really don't care for those, so I told him no thank you. Then I had this person offer me a golden albatross for this golden unicorn, and honestly, this was like a very fair trade, a very fair offer. It's just that I already have a diamond albatross and they're very hard to trade, and so I can only imagine that this golden albatross is harder to trade than this golden unicorn. Then they said they also had like a golden dragon, and the golden griffin, the golden dragon, and the golden unicorn all come out of the golden egg. And if I would rate them on like hardest to trade or like lowest value, it would be like golden griffin is the lowest, and then the golden dragon, and then the golden unicorn. But the thing is that the golden dragon and the golden unicorn are pretty much like equal in value, really, I think. But it's just my own opinion that I feel like the golden unicorn is easier to trade than the golden dragon. Then I had this person trade me and they put in the seafoam butterfly. You guys know I'm a sucker for the butterflies. I just love them. And I said, please trade me, or please trade with me. I just got hacked. But then they took out that butterfly and they put in this red panda. I'm not a huge fan of the red panda, so I just told them that. And then they put in the seafoam butterfly again, and then it's just an ultra rare. And I think it's probably just worth like another ultra rare, so I put in this saber tooth just to see if they would like that. And then they accepted the trade, so we got a seafoam butterfly. And I think I already have one, so if we got 2 more, we could actually make a neon. Then this person offered me a moon egg and a ghost chick for this golden unicorn, and I didn't want to accept that. And I really didn't think that I liked the ghost chick, but guys, I saw a mega and it was super cool. Then I got this awesome offer for my unfinished house that I have for trade. And at first, I could not believe this. I was like, seriously, all these megas for this house? I mean, they're not my favorite megas, but we'll definitely take megas. And then they added in this ride potion. I'm like, there is no way. This is awesome. And of course, they were just trolling me. Then I had this person trade me and they put in this pup tune, and I don't know if my like profile still says I'm looking for pup tunes or not. And you know we have the 16 we need to make a mega, but guys, I love these pup tunes. I can make a neon to trade. I could just trade pup tunes. So I put this Tan Chow Chow in, just hoping that they would take this offer, and then they declined. Then I got another offer for my unfinished house. They put in this robot, which I don't want, and this bike, so I just declined the trade. Then I had this person offer me this neon donkey for my neon Kai Jr., and I would definitely rather have the Kai Jr. So right now, I actually have out one of those pup tunes because I'm working on aging those up. I'm not going to make the full mega right now, but I just like to work on them a little bit at a time so it just doesn't take so long like later on. So I had this person trade me and they said, do you have a pup tune? And I said, yeah, but I'm making a mega. And then they said, oh, because I had a legendary for it. And even though I have 16 of these pup tunes, I will definitely trade one away if it's a good offer because I know I can get another one and it's not that big of a deal to me. So then I was just like, oh, well, which one? And then they put in this influencer gibbon. I'm like, I will definitely trade this pup tune for that. So I put in my pup tune and I actually didn't think that they were going to go through with this trade. I kind of thought that they were trolling me, but guys, they went through with it and we got an influencer gibbon for this pup tune. So now I'm on the lookout for another pup tune. Then I had this person trade me and they said for hamster and capybara. And guys, we have a mega hamster, and then we have a neon capybara, and then just a regular capybara. So this is probably going to be like a really good offer. They put in a fly ride axolotl, which is probably worth like a little over a 1, maybe a 1.5 since it's fly ride. I'm not exactly sure. And then they put in this chick, which it's really cute and people really like it, but it's really not worth that much. So I went to chat and I just said mega hamster question mark. On Elfbred, this mega hamster is actually worth an 18, so they are so under. But all I said was no thank you. Then I had that same person trade me like through my trading stand to offer for this golden unicorn. They put in this chick again, which is just really under for this golden unicorn, even if it is so cute. So I just said, I'm sorry, but the value is like really under for this, but I can try to add something else. So then I added this winter doe, which is actually an ultra rare, and I think this chick is like common or uncommon or something like that. And it was a very fair offer, but then they came back and said, my pet's just really old and I don't want to accept that for it. Then I had this person offer this frost claw for this golden unicorn. I just don't really like the frost claw. I went out to their like profile and I checked it out. So I asked them if they would add the Naga dragon for it, and they said no. And then they changed out this frost claw to a peacock, and I will definitely accept a peacock for this golden unicorn. But of course they declined at the last minute. Then I got a couple more like really under offers for this golden unicorn. This person offered me a cracked egg and a zebra, and I'm definitely looking for more. Then this person offered me this ride longhorn cow and a betta fish, but then they took out that longhorn cow and they actually put in the sea angel and then the betta fish, and I definitely don't want to accept this for this golden unicorn. Then this was probably like a really bad trade on my part, but I don't know. I mean, it wasn't the worst trade I could have done. They can't all be like the most amazing trades, but they put in this chicken, they put in this chicken. I wouldn't mind having those, especially the chicken. And they wanted to offer for my capybara, which I really didn't want to trade, but I have a neon capybara and then I have 2 other like regular capybaras, and I had thought at one point that I might make a mega. And I know you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. I like the capybara, I think it's cute, but it's not my favorite, and so I would definitely trade it away. So anyways, in the end, this person actually, I put in the capybara, and then they added along with this like the amber butterfly, which probably isn't worth like anything, and then this winter fawn, and again, it's not really worth like that much. And looking back on this trade, I'm like, I have no idea why I did this, but anyways, I did do it. So we got a chicken and a chick. Then I had this person offer for my golden unicorn. They offered me this beaver and then an ant and a donkey, and you guys know I don't want that for this golden unicorn. Then this is absolutely crazy, but this person actually was offering for this minion chick, and they offered me these 2 bees, and I was like, I will definitely accept that for this minion chick. The minion chick is a legendary, but it's like the least liked pet in the game, maybe possibly, and then these bees are actually ultra rares, so that was a really good trade for us. And after that trade, and any trades really that I do, or anytime I make a neon or a mega, I always update my profile so people always know what I have for trade. And guys, this was a party that was thrown that I accepted the invitation, and this is the house that I was talking about earlier. I actually love it. The only thing that I would probably change, I mean, I would probably add a lot to it, but I would change the colors just slightly. Like, I think all the really dark brown would look better like as a lighter brown, but I was just in love with this house, and I love how they set it up, and it looks like a little store. It is so cute. They also had some really cute mannequins, or some really cute outfits on their mannequins that I just loved, and I bought a bunch of them because you guys know I have a bunch of bucks right now. Walking around this house, I just love how it's like so open, and it feels like the outside is like right there. And I'm so surprised, but I do love all of the brown. And I think they had the most mannequins that I've ever seen in a house. There were so many different outfits to choose from, and they were really cute. So between all the cute outfits and this house, I was just like in heaven. I was like, this is so cute, and I just loved it. I loved like the whole vibe of it. And at some point, I mean, I know I'm decorating like a different house right now, but at some point I definitely want to try to decorate a house like that looks like really similar to this one. I'm definitely going to change the colors a little bit, but this was just so cool. Can you guys comment down below and tell me what you think? I mean, when I'm looking back on it, it seems like there's a lot of stuff like that's missing, and they have a lot left to do, but I love like all the windows, and I think probably just this house. I think I have this house like on my main account, and so I'm definitely going to try to make it. And when I do, of course, I will put out a video. And I did actually run into the person that decorated this house, or whoever's house it belongs to, or I think I ran into him, and I told him like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. But I don't think that they actually spoke English, so it was hard to communicate. So I don't know if they know that how much I love their house. And while I was trying to talk to them, I actually got an offer for my house. At first, they offered me a Glormy Dolphin, and then they took that out and they put in this Fly Camel, and then they started adding in like a bunch of like random toys or something. I was like, yeah, no. Then when I was pretty much finished, I actually got this invitation, so I was like, let's go check out this house too. The next house was like really close, but when I went inside, I'm like, okay, there's like hardly anything here, and we could totally do this if we wanted to. So I definitely didn't want to offer for this one. Next, I had this person offer for my neon urchin. They put in this otter, but then when I went to the chat, this person said, can you offer an uncommon pet? Sometimes I think people are just like so desperate to trade because maybe they just don't have very good pets, and sometimes you just want like a change. I don't dislike the otter like at all. It's probably really cute as like a neon or a mega. So I went out to check out my pets to see like what I could offer. I decided to offer them this camel because I don't really care for the camels, just to see if they would take it or not. And they actually said thank you in chat, so I have no idea like what the deal was. Maybe they just really don't like the otter or something. And then we both accepted the trade, so we traded this camel for their otter. And even though that was such a small trade, guys, and we just got an otter, I still update my profile. And the reason is because you never know what other people are looking for. Also, I know I've said this before, but there are a lot of pets that I do not have in my profile. I don't even have listed that I own, like the cow and my pigs and the elephant, because to be honest with you, I don't even want to be tempted to like trade them away. I mean, I would trade them away for like a really good pet. I saw this person, they had this neon fly ride kangaroo in their trading stand, and I'm like, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so cool to get? And all I'm gonna do is try to offer for it because all they can say is no. I don't have a neon kangaroo on my main account, but I do have a kangaroo, and they are just so cute. I love them. And this probably wasn't the best offer, but I offered them this Ride Cupid Dragon, this mega hamster that I have, this neon snowy mammoth, which I think those are really cute, and then this mega snorkel. People especially don't like the low tier like neons and megas for these really awesome pets, but I thought I would just try. And then I added in this Fly Ride gold or diamond hamster. And then this is so crazy. When I went to the chat, this person said like, oh my god, are you the real Dewdrop? And if people actually watch my videos, like they actually know who I am, if they call me Dewdrop like in a game, because there's not Dewdrop or anything like in my profile, that's when I know they actually are a fan or they actually have watched my videos. So then they said like good offer, but I'm not looking for those right now, and I really think it has a lot to do with like these lower like megas and neons that I offered. Because I can promise you, if I had a neon kangaroo, there's no way I would trade it for these pets. I don't care what the value said or not. But again, it does not hurt to just offer, just try, guys. I'm sure there are some of you out there like me. I used to be like kind of scared to offer for stuff like this, but then I realized like all they can say is like, no, it's not that big of a deal. And if I wasn't like able to just try and offer for things, I wouldn't have got that cow like last episode. Because again, I figured that they would probably say no, but I just tried to offer, and then we actually got the cow. So then I just told this person like good luck and thank you so much for letting me offer, and also for like not being mean about it, and especially like just for taking the time to actually let me put all the pets in, even if you knew you were going to decline the trade. And it was so nice to meet you. Next, I had this person offer for my neon urchin. They put in this moon pine, and then they put in this zeopod. And at the very least, if someone actually added in like 4 pets so I could actually make a neon, I might be more likely to take that, but this one's already a neon, and these other pets just aren't worth like hardly anything. And I haven't done this yet, but I definitely should. I think this moon pine would be so cool as a mega. Then I accepted another party invite. Guys, a lot of times when I go to these parties, like the house isn't decorated. Like it actually surprises me like how often the houses are not decorated. And this one's like pretty disappointing because there's nothing in it, hardly. But I tried to go around to like every single room just so I could like check it out and make sure there wasn't like anything in it. But I was like, really? I could buy this house if I wanted to because I have a bunch of bucks. I mean, I guess I don't really know what house this is, so I'm not sure. Is it worth like Robux or is it worth like bucks? But I also kind of look at the really big houses and I'm like, they're going to be really expensive like to decorate. So we're going to need a lot of bucks to decorate them. So I want to make sure it's like a house I really, really, really like. I do like that this one has a pool, but I always think this one's weird how it doesn't have like that much space around the pool, because I think that would be like one of the most fun things to actually decorate is around the pool. I also have no idea like what what to offer for houses. I guess I could have just offered something and this could have been like the next house we decorated. But again, there's almost just too much space for me, like because I know I'm not going to stay in the house and I'm going to try to trade it. And I just don't want to spend like that many bucks. That's the end of day 171. Bye guys, until next time.